No, just hit the gas to the ground. I think it should. Okay.
Oh.
Okay, weird. Okay, it's honestly it is louder. No. Honestly, my nephew might be sleeping, so that is a thing. Today, we're doing stuff to the Hawkeye and the Bug-Eye. Let's do it. Well, that's new. And, well, that's new. As you can see from right here on the ground, I do have a new exhaust, but that exhaust actually is not mine. I posted on Instagram a few days ago that I got a new exhaust, and that NVIDIA N1 that's laying there is not it. That exhaust I'm actually just borrowing from a friend. Shout out to the boy Denver for letting me borrow it. I'm just borrowing it for this weekend because my exhaust isn't going to be here before the show that I have at my school on April 13th, which is Saturday, I believe. I'm not going to have the exhaust by then, so I'm just borrowing that one for now. I'm gonna install that later, but that's no big deal. The main purpose of today's video is actually, number one, to get you guys caught up on the past 4 or 5 days of my life that you guys just haven't been around. I got all kinds of stuff going on in here, and also I'm going to be featuring a product or a tool. The first time I saw it was actually on Sideways and Smiling's Instagram. It's a tool from Tasty Designs, and it's actually a 3D printed oil filter wrench. It is so sick. The first time I saw it on his story, I was like, okay, so I need that. And they actually hooked it up and sent one out to me so I could show to you guys and kind of just share throughout the Subaru community, because it's a huge thing, or at least for me. I've always had a super difficult time, if it was like a new Subaru to me, is to get the oil filter off, because a lot of people don't know, or they just don't care. You're only supposed to put the oil filter on hand tight. And where it is in a Subaru is it's super close to the exhaust manifold, and it's super hard to get a good grip and turning torque on the filter itself. So what this thing does, which I'll show you a little bit later because I'm doing an oil change on the wagon, is it actually just makes everything super easy. It's literally a 1/2 inch drive that will go in, and the filter wrench actually goes obviously around the filter, and you can just use a 1/2 inch ratchet to take off your filter. It has a few little unique designs as well. You could use it to fill the oil, and it also catches little excess oil that comes out when you actually change your filter. So I'll show you guys that later, but right now I'm actually installing a new stereo, which I'm sure some of you guys would like to see. It's actually an Apple CarPlay. The reason why I got this, it wasn't really that expensive, about $300. I got this because, number one, I wanted Apple CarPlay because I have an iPhone, and also I wanted to throw the old screen that was in here that doubled in. I actually threw it in the wagon because that is my daily, and it's pretty nice to obviously to have a Bluetooth because they didn't have any sort of stereo in the wagon before, so it's all good all the way around. This little stereo install is probably pretty boring for most of you guys, so I'll get to the good stuff pretty soon. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up installing this, and then I'm gonna install the exhaust so I can actually drive this car, and then I'm gonna show you guys that filter wrench that I was talking about, which is super sick, and I'm actually super stoked to show you guys because I feel like it's gonna help a lot of people, and you probably didn't know about it, so it's pretty cool. So the number one thing on my list is finished. We got the Apple CarPlay finally set up in here, so I'm gonna show you real quick what this looks like now. If you guys don't even know what Apple CarPlay is, have it start up. This one is an Alpine setup. Also, there is no more knobs, no more anything. It's all touchscreen, which is kind of nice. And I can show you kind of what it looks like. It basically looks like a big iPhone now once it finally loads up. Boom, there you go. Oh God, oh God. Listening to the new Khalid album. Anyway, I mean, there you pretty much go. Everything's set up. It's got like your messages, phone calls, all your music and whatnot, maps. So it's like super nice, and it's really fast and responsive as well. And I didn't even realize it has like the maps and everything too, which is actually pretty nice. I don't need to look at my phone anymore for directions and whatnot, because it will all be kind of displayed on here. And it's really fast, which is actually kind of nice. So I'm super stoked on that. And every time I freaking disconnect my battery, I need to do how to get rid of that beeping thing anyway. So that's pretty much that. Now, can you thank you. Now, go ahead and install the exhaust, and then I can show you the little filter wrench that I've been talking about. So finally got the NVIDIA all installed. Like I said, I already had an NVIDIA before this, so it's going to sound the exact same as it did before. My new exhaust should be here, I believe, Monday of next week. So anyway, all finished with that. I'm gonna get the car down now. I do kind of miss the NVIDIA. It does look pretty good with the exhaust shield and everything. Anyway, let's get started up, see what it sounds like. NVIDIA is honestly a little bit louder than the Greddy. It's kind of weird. I feel like the Greddy is a little bit deeper. The NVIDIA is a little bit more high pitched and a little bit louder. I'm gonna let it break in a little bit. Then we're gonna move on to this guy here, which is the oil filter wrench from Tasty Designs. Yes, you saw this thing right. It literally is a 3D printed oil filter wrench for Subarus. I'll show you what I mean in just a second. Now, just like every other oil change for a Subaru, you got your 17 mil, half inch, got your half inch ratchet, and then normally you'd obviously use your hand or kind of universal type of oil filter wrench to take off the oil filter. Now this obviously is for the drain plug, super easy to take off. And then this is what you guys have been missing. So basically, just like I said, it's exactly what you guys would think. Oil filter wrench, 3D printed, and it's essentially what it has is all these little sides here. It's kind of hard to see, but the inside of it, it basically just grabs onto the oil filter and then it has the little half-inch adapter there at the bottom. There is a little bit of space at the bottom for the oil being collected once you actually crack the oil filter. As you can see, has a little ridge over here to kind of get any of the excess. Pretty much it fits almost every single oil filter. I'll show you how it fits on that regular Subaru one right now. You can see there's an oil filter. Now obviously you put this thing over just like you would do to anything, and it literally snaps right on. Like, are you serious? When I saw this I was like, okay, so I need one. Literally perfect. And then obviously you could just use a ratchet, take this thing off. But number one, I'm going to take out the drain plug, drain the majority of the oil, then move on to the filter. And then I could use this to uninstall, take it off. Obviously it's going to be clean because it's going to catch the majority of the oil in it. And then I could use it to install it and apply the proper torque when I'm putting it back on. Just have to connect it to a half-inch drive. Fits right into this adapter. Loosen this thing up. Loosens right up. And there you go. Now obviously I could use this tool as well to install it. Makes everything a lot easier. And I don't necessarily need the ratchet anymore because this kind of gives me something to hold on to make it hand tight like you're supposed to. And we're pretty much good to go. You don't own a truck. Do you love this truck?
I'm selling everything I own and I'm buying a truck.
No. Do we
everything.
buy trucks?
Bro, I'm in love. I literally, no, just like this, ready? Got my country, just
country music and a big old truck. A little 25. What is this?
1500.
1500, thought it was 25. Little Z, I don't even know what that says. Z71. Love that. Love that.
So much fun.
So anyway, Tommy just showed up because I actually have a work party in just a little bit. I already showed you that little filtered thing, huh?
Yeah.
Are you gonna use it or what? It's actually, no, it's actually super badass.
Get me one.
So easy. No, it's actually the easiest thing ever. So I actually just finished up my oil change right now. It's probably the quickest oil change that I've done because I always get held up on those filters. Anyway, I know a lot of people are going to ask what oil I use in my car, and I always use Motul. Just kind of a preference. I don't really honestly know why I use it, but I just have for a really long time.
Best oil.
It's best oil, pretty much, right? We actually use the same one for his Audi and both of my Subarus. I use 540 for both the Hawkeye and this. It just kind of makes things easier when I buy it in bulk. And why I use 540 instead of 530 is the thicker viscosity, because I have a higher mileage car. It's basically just less wear and tear. I probably get a little bit less performance because of the thicker viscosity, but I don't really care for the wagon. I'm sure people are going to argue that, but either way, that's what I use because I know people are going to ask. That's pretty much that. I don't know if I showed you guys the kind of finalized version of the Apple CarPlay. I'm about to show Tommy right now because the speakers are bangers. I'll show you in a second. Get in there and tell me what you think.
Oh, I like this cable.
Oh no, Ed, look at it. Open that thing up just like you. No,
You did not copy mine.
Ooh, coming out just right there. Okay, that's weird. That's weird. Anyway, I put the cable. No, I put the cable coming through there.
No, it looks good.
So now, connect your phone. Do you have your phone?
Well, do I need the keys?
Oh, yeah, you do need your keys. Weird. I said your keys. Anyway, start that. You don't need to start it. You were. Look at his foot. He was gonna start it. You piece of shit.
Fine.
So no, you just need to connect it with a cable.
The fans just got really excited.
Of course. It literally.
Is this Apple CarPlay?
No, of course. Of course.
Oh,
Whoa! You can just hold it.
all right, no copyright.
No copyright. No copyright.
No.
No, looks great. Hold on. Go to your messages. Who you texting?
Whoa, no.
Who you texting, bro?
No.
Who you texting? You're texting someone. No, it doesn't look freaking badass.
Oh my god, it feels great.
No, tell me how smooth it is. Waze? Perfect. Weird. No, looks great. Looks great.
Oh, that's my address.
Whoa! People can show up at Tommy's house. No, honestly, if it like the interface is actually like literally like an iPhone. Like that's what I like. Because the other screen was like laggy. You know what I mean? Like old school Android stuff. But this is like Apple interface. Oh my god, there's Siri. Weird. Anyway, it feels great, and the stereo sounds a lot better. So that's pretty cool. And also my speaker works. I figured out why the speaker wasn't working.
Connection
Just the connection. When I was 3 years ago when I hooked up the other screen, like the crimp just wasn't good and it just wasn't connected. Not for this, for the back. It's weird.
Yeah.
So it wasn't the speaker that went bad, it was the technician went bad, you know?
That's good.
Whoever that guy was, me. Anyway, also the exhaust is on. Well, NVIDIA. Tell me, doesn't it look a lot smaller than the Greddy? How small is that thing?
Was the Greddy, didn't the Greddy have like a blue?
Look it.
Wasn't it burnt?
There's the Greddy.
Yeah, it was burnt tip.
It's burnt tip and it's freaking huge. I've got to give it back to my boy, David, but...
Oh, that was like a 5 and this is like a 4?
This is like probably...
4?
Yeah. Probably like a 4. The other one's a lot bigger and obviously burnt tip. But the new exhaust that they don't know is coming.
Have you started it?
I have started. It's really loud. You want to start it?
Is it louder than the Greddy?
Tell me if it's louder than the Greddy. I don't know if you remember what it sounded like. Like come outside the car? I don't know.
You get the turbo more.
A little bit, huh? I feel like the Greddy was a little bit lower, I was saying earlier. This one kind of seems like higher pitch almost.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. A little bit higher pitch, and I feel like this one, like, the sound resonates farther.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's less like boomy and more like straight shot noise.
More, what's that word? Resonance? Has more of a resonance?
Sure.
Is that the word? It sounds right. No, it does sound right.
I do hear the turbo. Dude, I freaking hear the turbo at idle now.
Jeez, must be nice.
You hear it?
It's pretty loud. I haven't driven it in like another like 2 weeks or something.
Wow.
It goes down a lot, but we're almost there. Diffuser should be coming in hopefully sometime soon. And once I get the diffuser, also get my new exhaust that's coming in on Monday, then it'll be pretty good. Perfect. No, just hit the gas to the ground. I think it should. Okay.
Oh.
Okay, weird. Okay, honestly it is louder. No. Honestly, my nephew might be sleeping, so that is a thing. But
is so cool.
It's so much louder.
Oh my god.
The NVIDIA is louder than the Greddy. That's weird.
I wonder what your new one's gonna sound like.
The new one's gonna sound clean. That's the only hint I'm giving you guys. The new one's gonna sound clean. My car is aggressively blocked in by my entire family's fleet of cars. So I won't be taking it out like I kind of thought I was going to towards the end of this video. But the next video will definitely be with the Hawkeye. Probably gonna end up taking it to school probably tomorrow or the next day. Either way, that's pretty much going to be it for this video. I really wanted to just showcase that little tool from Tasty Designs. I'm gonna link them down below. Also, the version that I was using was kind of their demo version. Like you can basically still see all like the little 3D marks. They are gonna have a finalized version, but I think it's kind of still pending for that. So, whenever their finalized version comes out, obviously update you guys on that. But I think that's going to be it. Like I said, make sure you click the link down below and kind of get a little pre-order on that if that does interest you. As always, do you have anything else to say?
Subscribe to Tommy
Don't
Linebarger.
subscribe to Tommy Linebarger. All right, peace out.